So for those of you that don't know, ESL R1 and therefore another look at Rennsport happens this very weekend as the €500,000 competition finally kicks off. It's got some huge names competing, including FaZeClan and G2 Esports amongst many others. You'll be able to watch everything live on the brand new ESL R1 YouTube channel, as well as Twitch and TikTok, and the official website URL should be on screen now, as well as in the description below. Anyway, enough of me. Here's an exclusive interview that we got with some of the team behind the game right now. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Morris Hebecker, CEO and founder of Competition Company, the company behind the Rennsport and Rennsport project. So I'm in the gaming industry since 25 years. So, yeah.
And my name is Roger Lodewijk. I'm the president of sports games at ESL Facebook Group. I've been 4 years in the esports and gaming industry, before 15 years in the sporting industry. So that's where my background, and therefore also sports games, is my background in esports here.
So I think, first of all, we had the possibility really to bring our ideas together and start from scratch. So this means really we can use all the new technologies, all the possibilities we have out there. So this is definitely a huge advantage if it comes to a new racing simulation. So if you have to stay with a source code which is 15-20 years old, it limited you at a certain point, and that are things we could do definitely different technically sides. So we can start from scratch. This is I think a big advantage, and also I deeply believe that the overall racing and sim racing genre can grow again. So when you imagine that we had a market share of racing games 15-20 years ago from 15% or more, and now we are having 3%. So I'm definitely believe that there is room, if you have the right product and to establish a new racing game and a new product. First of all, you have to decide what you're doing in the beginning. So and the idea was really we spoke to our partners on the automotive side, and we really had them involved very early. And they said, if you would like to establish a kind of esport and a new esport system, and we have to be involved, it would be the best for us using GT3, because it's the level where we all could come together. So most of us have a kind of GT3 car, and that makes it easy for us to jump into your idea and be part of it. But to be honest, you're 100% right. This is just the beginning. So we will have definitely more car categories and more options for cars. And when it comes to Rennsport and the tools we offer, you have all these user-generated content at the end, which really allows to create whatever you want. So it is our starting point, and it was important to go with GT3. And you're 100% right. Using GT3 is really the hardest way, because one of our big competitors also very good and established in this part of cars. But that is just the beginning to have the partners we would like to have involved. So this is, for me, what we are here doing is a very long-term project, and it will take a while to establish the new ideas we have. It will take a while till we have the overall content, maybe which other games have involved at the moment. So for us, Rennsport is a project, not only the game, also our platform that we develop, and it is a kind game as a service. So we will have always a constant new implementing new things into the game. So there's a very, very strong long-term vision, and there are a lot of things we will bring over time. So hopefully when it comes to my person, Rennsport will be part of the racing community for the next 20 or 30 years. So that's why we start the project, and that's what is our goal. I start a bit to explain why we start with GT3, because we spoke to the automotive partners and tried to have them involved very early, and that was the same with ESL. So ESL was one of the first partners we spoke to when we really decide to realize the idea we had in mind. So that means it's 2.5 years back or 3 when we really showed the idea to ESL, and they were really with us since that days. And we always talked about what it needs to create a digital motorsport league, which really maybe could do the next step. And therefore, I'm super happy that we are here, and at the weekend we really could start with ESL R1. This is the thing we are working on together since more than 2 years, 2.5. And I'm super excited and super happy for that. And the feedback from the racing community and also other stakeholders were super positive, to be honest. And I really, really was really great to see what kind of feedback we got and from which involved people. So that's really nice to see.
Yeah, and to add to that, I think this is the first true sim racing competition where you have both worlds together. And that was one of the, when we started speaking a while ago, that was one of the goals that we wanted to bring, is bring traditional esports teams into the mix, but also really bring also the true brands from the traditional racing together and mix them. And I think it's always a bit of a gamble when you do this. Like you mentioned the question, Toby, what will the people say? And I think we've been so positively, not surprised, but overwhelmed with the feedback that we got. We've done, quite a few of these launches, and this is definitely, top 3 of launch that we've done, where the reception has so positively been received by both the teams as well as the community.
So to be honest, we at the moment we definitely focus on the sporting version we are doing for PC, but we will have a strategy, or we have a strategy when it comes to console and also more casual gameplay. So using a joypad or whatever, and this is a thing. It is on our timeline, but we will not focus on that yet. It is the next step next year. As I said, it's game as a service, and we will have these kind of things also implemented. When it comes to new things we will have, there will be a training part which makes it easier really to jump into the game and learn the game, and that also includes the way to make the game easier to use it with a not that expensive hardware and so on. So this is definitely part of the strategy. What we are doing at the moment is the hardcore esports sporting part, and this is the thing we also make available later on this quarter. But over time, all the other things will be implemented into the Rennsport game as well. So there's one super important thing. So it was a long discussion internally. Are we able to give something to the community? And at the end we said, let's wait a bit. Let's focus on one thing. And to be honest, our team is growing all the time since the last 2 years, especially the dev team. But it is not that big at the end. And we learned that we can do things at the same time. And so we really decide, let's focus on the sporting version. We definitely need on the highest level for next weekend. And I think there we achieved all our milestones. So we are ready to do the sporting. And therefore we had to split a bit what is the focus. And now we are ready really to focus on what can we give to our community and to the fans out there which are waiting and which are on the wait list. And we will really we really decide to give something as soon as possible, and that means the sporting version we have at the moment, we will prepare and make ready to scale, and this is a thing for the next 3-4 weeks. We need to start with the development sporting version and say this is the part what the high-end esport drivers can use at the moment. This is the version you saw on Twitch and so on at the weekend, and here exact the same version we give to you that you could really try it. And this is the starting point for our development process, and then we will have constantly more and more people on the platform, and we will give more and more of our features from the overall game to the audience, that they can test it, that they can try it, and so on. So that's a bit the strategy. So what we definitely do at the moment in a very limited circle, but we're also planning to do it for the overall bigger beta stages. We have at the moment, I think we have more than 32 or 33,000 registrations for the beta. And to be honest, I was deeply impressed that 25 or 26,000 are on Discord. So this is definitely a channel we will use for the bigger feedback from the community, and we're also working on a feedback tool which we would like to have integrated into our development process with Jira and so on, to make it easier for us to channel all these things. But this is not ready yet, to be honest. We're working on that, and we will hopefully can implement it by mid of the year. That will take a bit. So to answer it clear, in the beginning we will work with Discord channels.
Lots of excitement. I think it's the team. We saw some pictures already of the stage. Of course, as you guys from Gfinity, have Formula One done a big stage. I think also the stage that we've set up here, which is a stage that will be moving around, across LAN events, is quite impressive, to say the least. And I won't reveal too much about how it's going to look like and exactly how the whole running order will be. But the team has been there now, I think, almost 10 days to prepare everything, to test. Of course, it's the first time that we're doing this. So, we need to test a lot. We need to try a lot and figure out how things work. But overall, I think it's going to be quite a spectacle that people can expect.